You could join me on this trip down here, this visit we're going to have among these Indians. Well, it's always nice when you meet these old-time Indians to hear them say, long time, no seeing. But today, I see you, my heart is good. You know, when people come to celebrations like this, they think of the Indians always, well, as they used to think of them as children. They think the Indians, what's the first thought that comes into their mind? Indians on the warpath. Indians dancing war dance. They forget entirely that the Indians also had a home life. And it's something that people don't know so much about. Indians, you know, strange things. They're great home people. Their family circle means a great deal to them. And the children, well, the children rule the household, you might say. Not as far as discipline is concerned, but the Indians love their children. They'll do anything for the children. There's a great fondness, especially with the grandparents. The grandparents spend a lot of their time babysitting, as a matter of fact. I can remember one time, I had some Indians in Washington. And this old chief, his name was Yellow Kidney. He was a Blackfoot from up in Montana. He came to me one day, and he said his heart was heavy. It was on the ground. Night when he went to sleep, said he couldn't sleep because he was sad. His heart was heavy. He was thinking of his grandchild back there on the reservation, and he wanted to go back home. And wouldn't I allow him to go back home? What are you going to do in a case like that? I said, of course, Yellow Kidney. You just cut off things here in Washington and head back. The old man came to me with tears in his eyes. And in his hand, he had his most beautiful buckskin hunting shirt and gave it to me. He was so grateful that I allowed him to go on back home. He wanted to go back to see his grandchild. Well, that's the way they are. They think about their children so much. You know, the children in the household, they're put under the guidance and the protection of the women up to a certain point. Then the men take over. They have to teach them hunting, discipline, how to ride, all the things that a man has to know. So in the beginning, as I say, the women have charge, then the men take over. One of the first things a young Indian must learn is how to dance. Dances like this hoop dance, for instance, well, it teaches them rhythm, balance, and coordination, all of which are necessary in the education of a hunter and warrior. Well, they have to go to school, the youngsters do. A little different than our school for kids. But the men were hunters. They depended on the chase to furnish the meat for the lodge. So the children also have to learn, as they grow up, to be mighty hunters too. So if you went into the normal teepee residence, let's take it that way, out among the Plains Indians, you might find something going on like this. The father might be discussing the future of his children, probably with an uncle. And as they talk about what's going on, what should be done for the boys, they might send the mother out to summon the boys into the teepee they want to talk to.
Oh, honey, we slide. Hey, Saika Hayat Alta. Alta, Saika Satwa, Mike Mamma, Moons, Cook, Kilton, the Kanaway Cook. Tap. Oh, he will look there. Give you a little more. Micah, Jack, yeah. Now, Cook, Alta. Micah.
Father and the uncle talk to them, tell them what they're going to do. They're going to give them certain bits of information. They dress them up in these wolf skins so they can go out and hunt for game, slip up on it quietly. Now, part of the instruction they've received is that be sure to hunt downwind so the animals won't scent you. And when you get up close to a buffalo herd, come quietly, get close, and shoot to kill. So make your kill quickly, as quickly as you can. What was it? These are mighty hunters. What did they get? Did they get a buffalo? Did they get an elk or a deer? Or maybe a mountain lion?
Oh,
well, they've come in very proud of themselves now. What have they got? A rabbit. Well, for a little fella, after all, that's a lot of force, isn't it? They've gotten rabbits. Now they're set. And so their father has called all the members of the family. He's gone out and rang the entire village, called all the family. This is the first kill that his sons have performed. All come to a big feast.
Saika Tanat, Saska Adahayat, Bisus, Winch, Alta, Ukuk, one pash, Saika.
And so after the family is gathered, the father announced all the things these boys have done in the hunting field. And their uncle, or one of the members of the family, is now going to dedicate an honoring song, a song that's sung in their honor. Now, since it was a rabbit they killed, the dance they're going into is the rabbit dance. they're ready to take their place among the men. They're out from under the guidance of the women now. They're about to become men. They'll join maybe the Fox Society, the Coyote, the Crazy Band, and who knows, eventually become great warriors and belong to the Dog Soldiers. But now they're on their way to manhood.
Join us for another authentic story of the West when we again meet America's favorite Western storyteller, Tim McCoy.